Hi everyone, welcome to Object Oriented Programming class. Now we discuss about the topic on object cloning and array list in Java. Please use headphone for better audio quality. The first one, object cloning. So object cloning is a duplicate copy of the existing objects. Here the clone method generates a duplicate copy of the objects. Only the classes that implements the clonable interface can be cloned. That means we have to define one class. That class implements the clonable interface. Then only the cloning is possible. Otherwise the cloning is not possible. If you try to call the clone on a class that does not implement clonable interface, a clone not supported exception is thrown by the corresponding method. Okay, when a clone is made, the constructor for the method, constructor for the object being cloned is not called. A clone is simply an exact copy of the original. The next one, programs for object cloning. This program implements clonable interface and defines a method clone test. The clone test function calls the clone method to create the duplicate objects. That means first of all, the first program calls the clone method for creating the duplicate objects. So consider one example. Here the class name is test clone. Implements clonable. The first condition is satisfied. That means the class implements the clonable interface only possible to implement the duplicate objects. So first condition satisfied. Then the class test clone contains two variables int a double b. Then next one, that class contains one method. The method name is called as the clone test. In clone test, that method returns the object as a return data type. That's why we have to put the class name as the return data type, that is test clone space clone test. This function, this method returns the object of the class test clone. Okay, next one, try block. So try block, for example, we are going to create an duplicate object, mean we have to follow the exception handling mechanism in the coding. So that's why we are including the try block and the catch block. So in try block, returns, that is only one statement is method. That method is only called the clone in object class. Okay, super.clone. That means here the control transfer to the clone method. Clone method in the object class create the duplicate objects. Then that means the clone method returns the object as the class. That object is converted to the corresponding class, that is test clone method. That means force type conversion. Okay, the next one, catch block. Suppose if it is not, the cloning is not created successfully, means it called the function that is clone not supported exception system.out.println cloning not allowed, return this. Then the class definition is over. The next we will go to the main program. In the main program, class name is class clone demo, public static void main. Okay, test clone, that is a class name space x1 equal to new test clone. First object is created. Next one, text clones x2. X2. Next for x1 we are assigning some values for x1. So x1 dot a assigned to 10. x1 dot b equal to assigned to 20.98. Already we declared the variables a and b in the class test clone. Next one, x2 is equal to x1 dot clone test. That means that here the control transfer to the clone test function. Inside the clone test function, we call the super class, that is object class clone function. That means it creates a duplicate objects. That means now the x2 is equal to x1. All the content of x1 copied to x2. Next one, system.out.println, printing the values for the x1 object, x1.a and x1.b, value equal to 10, 20.98. System.out.println for x2 objects, value equal to 10 and 20.98. Now the cloning was implemented successfully. The second one, second method, override the clone method. Override the clone method. That means already I told that clone is one of the method in the object class. We have to override that method also. The same coding, class test clone implements clonable, int a double b, same coding. Now the clone method is overwritten, and that means already it's one of the method in the object class. That's why I declared as a public. So public object clone. Okay, public object clone. In try method, you call the method that is super.clone. That means that clone method creates a duplicate copy. The next one, catch block, is same coding for the catch block. The next one, main method, class clone demo to public static void main, test clone, same coding, test clone x2, x1.a equal to 10, x1.b equal to 20.98. Now we call the clone method directly, that is x1.clone. x1 dot clone means control transfer to the x1 clone function, from clone function to call the super clone function. The next, that function returns the object as returns the object as the object of the class. That object is converted to test clone objects, that is x2. Now output equal to x1 dot a equal to same value 10, 20.98, 10 and 20.98. Now the cloning was successfully implemented. There are two ways to implement the cloning concept. One is call the method, second one is override the clone method. So that's all. The next topic is array list. Array list is one of the class in Java. Array list class extends abstract list and implement list interface. That means this class extend one superclass. That superclass name is abstract list and implements one interface. That interface is called as a list interface. Array list support dynamic array. Dynamic array means the size of the array may be increased or decreased during the execution of the program. In Java, the standard arrays are of fixed length. After arrays are created, they cannot increase or decrease. In Java, in array list is a variable length array of object reference. It can dynamically increase or decrease in size. Array lists are created with an initial size. When the size is exceeded, the collection is automatically enlarged. When the objects are removed, the array may be reduced. Okay, the syntax for the array list creation. Array list, that is a class name space object name equal to list equal to new array list for any inputs. For this command, the user can get the input for any data type. It may be a integer data type, it may be a float data type, it may be a character data type, it may be any string data type. All the data types supported. In second one, array list less than integer greater than list new array list integer open. This is for getting the integer inputs only. This array list only store the integer data only. Okay. Next we'll go to the program, array list class program. Consider an example program. So array list is one of the class in java.utl. So that's why I import the command import space java.utl.asterisk. The next one, class array list is demo. Public static void means string arguments. First one, array list space AL. AL is the object of the class array list, new array list. Here the data type not mentioned, that means the user add any data types. Okay. Next, system.out.println, initial size of the array. Initial size of the array, now the objects are created, no data available in the array. That means initial size of the array equal to a1.size. Here the a1.size equal to the output equal to initial size of the AL equal to 0. Next one, add elements to the array list. Add elements to the array list. First command al.add a. Add C. That means first letter C is added in the array list. Next A. Next C a1.add E. a1.add B. a1.add D. a1.add F. That means 0th position, first position, second position, third position, fourth position, fifth position F. Okay. The next one I am using one command al.add 1 comma a2. Here the 1 comma a2 means 1 means the position of the index. That means second position inserting the a2. That means after C, second position is a2, then a like that. System.out.println size of al after additions. Now the size equal to total equal to 7. The next one, display the array list. System.out.println contents of al. Just you put the symbol plus al. It display all the elements. It's in the square bracket. That is C, A2, A, E, B, D, F. The next one, remove the elements from the array list. al.remove F. That means it remove the F element. The next one, al.remove. Within the bracket, we are passing one argument 2. That means you are not passing the content, you are passing the index position. That means the index position will be removed. The second position is 0th position is C, one position is A2, second position is A. So A is removed. So after removing, the A dot size equal to 5. After 7, after removing 2, the elements, total number of elements is 5. Now the contents equal to C, A2, E, B and D. The next one, array list program for integer inputs only. Here the same program only for integer inputs. Okay, array list less than integer array list, new array list integer. System.out.println array list.size. Initially there is no size, so output equal to 0. Now the user add the methods to add the elements in the list. Array list.add 35, array list.add 20, array list add 25. That means totally 3 elements are added. System.out.println array list.size equal to output equal to 3. So the next one, trim the array list. So trim the array list means one method is available in the array list, trim to size. That means it is fit into the corresponding size. If the array size equal to 3 means fit here the size of the array is 3. Next we are going to add one more element means array size equal to 4. Okay. The next let us print all the elements available in the list for integer num. So integer num is a user defined new variable, that is integer variable num colon array list. Now all the elements in the array list copied to the number num. Next system.out.println number space num. That means it prints all the elements number colon the first value 35, number equal to second value 20, number equal to third value 25. The next one, array list dot add 40. That means you are inserting the fourth element 40. System.out.println array list dot size output equal to 4. The next you are printing all the elements integer num colon array list. Next print all the elements 35, 20, 25 and 40. Next one system.out.println array list means it print all the elements in a single line. So 35, 20, 25 and 40. Now this program only add the integer data type only. Here that is only adding integer values in the array list. If we include the statement array list dot add within double quotes high means then it indicates a error message. That error is no suitable method found for add bracket string. That means we are adding only the integer only possible because we are creating the object for only integer data types only. The next one, here the method collection.add integer is not applicable. Argument mismatch error. String cannot be converted to integer. The next one, array list program for all inputs. The next one, main that is header file okay, class testing, public static void main okay. The next one, array list space al equal to new array list, system.out.println initial size equal to initial size of al equal to 0. Next al dot add c a e b d f, adding 6 elements. Next after 6 elements, first position inserted into a2, then next position 25 and 30. Totally we have inserted 9 elements. System.out.println size of al after addition size equal to 9. System.out.println contents of al equal to c a2 a e b d f 25 and 30. Next al dot remove f, that means you are removing the f elements. Al dot remove 2, that means you are removing the second position index elements. The next ones, after removing the 2 elements, size of al equal to 7, contents of al equal to c a2 e d b 25 and 30. Now next one command int a equal to al dot remove of 5, that means the index position 5 will be removed. Okay, that the index position 5 equal to 0, 0th position C, first position A2, second position E, third position B, fourth position D, fifth position 25. So 25 removed. That is that removed element is converted to integer data type and stored in the variable int A. System.out.println a means the content of a equal to 25. Now after removing the 25, array size is reduced. So again size equal to 6. 30 is moved to the fifth position. Again int b equal to integer.al.remove of 5. Now the current fifth position equal to 30. 30 is stored in b variable. System.out.println b equal to 30. The next one variable int c is equal to a plus b. A plus b means adding the contents of a and b. 25 plus 30 equal to 55. C value equal to 55. System.out.println c means it prints the value 55. The next one, so next I have taken the string variable, string space as. Okay, al dot remove of 3. Remove of 3 means 0th position C, first position A2, second position E, third position B. That means B is removed. That B is stored in as variable. System.out.println as equal to B. Next one, after removal of B, D moved to the third position. The next statement, string space B is equal to al dot remove of third position. Now the third position value equal to D. D is assigned to BS. System.out.println BS means it prints the value BD. Next, it prints the value D. Next one, string CS equal to AS plus BS. That means AS plus BS. Now the AS and the BS are string input. Already I told that for in Java, plus operator for string variables, it performing the string concatenation. That means the AS value equal to B, BS value equal to D. That means it performing the string concatenation BD. That means the BD result stored in CS. System.out.println CS means output equal to BD. Okay, now we conclude the session. We have discussed about the two topics. First one object cloning, second one array list. Thanks for watching. Thank you.